The rain hammered the cracked asphalt of Lincoln High's parking lot like 1,000 accusations, each drop accusing Alex Rivera of something he couldn't name. He stood there, fists clenched, blood trickling from his split lip, staring down the three jocks who had cornered him behind the bleachers, guys who'd called him a freak one too many times. But when Tyler Hayes, his best friend since kindergarten, shoved through the crowd yelling, "Back off, he's not worth it," Alex felt the world crack open, because Tyler's eyes weren't on him. They were on the ring leader, pleading, not protecting. That was the last anyone saw of Alex before he vanished into the storm-swept night, his backpack slung over one shoulder, phone clutched like a lifeline he never used. Tyler's hands shook as he pocketed his own device, the screen glowing with a message Alex had sent just minutes before. "I know what you did. Meet me tonight, or everyone finds out." Now, with sirens wailing in the distance and whispers of hate crimes slithering through the hallways, Tyler wondered if the truth on his phone wasn't just a betrayal. It was a bomb that could shatter everything they'd built. In the dim glow of his bedroom lamp, Tyler Hayes scrolled through the photos again, each one a ghost of what used to be. He and Alex, arms slung around each other at the county fair last summer, cotton candy smeared on their grins like war paint against the world. Tyler's thumb hovered over delete, but he couldn't. Not yet. The fight replayed in his mind. The shove from Brody Klein, the football captain whose homophobic slurs had escalated from whispers to shouts. Alex had pushed back, hard, his voice breaking as he yelled, "I'm done hiding for assholes like you." And Tyler? He'd frozen, then stepped in, not to defend Alex, but to de-escalate, his words tumbling out. "Guys, come on. It's not. What? Not a big deal. Not worth the suspension." The memory burned, because deep down, Tyler knew it was fear. Fear of being lumped in with Alex's kind, even though his own heart had been whispering secrets for years. The next morning, the school buzzed like a hive on fire. Posters with Alex's yearbook photo, smiling, oblivious, plastered every locker. "Have you seen Alex Rivera? Call 555-0132. Whispers followed Tyler down the hall. Heard he ran away. Probably couldn't take the teasing. Nah, his dad's a drunk. Maybe family stuff. Tyler's stomach twisted. Alex's dad was a drunk, sure, but that wasn't why he'd bolted. It was the photo Tyler had accidentally leaked last week. A blurry shot of Alex kissing Jamie Torres under the football stands, sent in a group chat as a joke to impress Brody. Tyler hadn't meant for it to spread like wildfire, but it had, fueling the hate that exploded into that parking lot brawl. Ms. Hargrove, the guidance counselor with her perpetual cardigan and clipboard, pulled Tyler into her office by third period. "Tyler, you're his closest friend. Any idea where he might go?" Her eyes, soft behind wire-rimmed glasses, searched his face. Tyler swallowed, the lie tasting like ash. "No, ma'am. We had a fight too. It wasn't entirely false." The message on his phone burned a hole in his pocket. Alex's accusation, laced with hurt. "You told them about Jamie." Why? Tyler hadn't told. He'd shown. Accident? Maybe. But the guilt gnawed at him, a reminder that his silence had always been louder than words. Across town, in the fluorescent-lit chaos of the police station, Detective Lena Vasquez flipped through Alex's file. Missing persons cases for teens weren't rare in Milford, Ohio. Small town, big secrets. But this one itched. The Riveras lived in a rundown duplex on Elm Street, where Mr. Rivera chain-smoked on the porch, eyes hollow. "Kid's always been sensitive," he'd muttered when Lena knocked. "Blames me for his mom leaving. Probably hitchhiked to Cincinnati." Lena doubted it. Alex's social media was a timeline of quiet defiance. Posts about rainbow flags, quotes from Audre Lorde, and cryptic captions like, "Love isn't a choice. Hiding it is." The fight witnesses painted a picture of escalating tension. Brody Klein's crew targeting Alex since rumors of his sexuality surfaced months ago. And Tyler Hayes? The best friend who intervened but seemed off. Lena jotted a note. "Interview Hayes phone records." Back at school, Tyler dodged Jamie Torres in the cafeteria, the guy's dark eyes pleading for answers. Jamie was the spark, the quiet artist with paint-stained fingers who'd stolen Alex's heart during art club last fall. Their kisses were stolen moments, fierce and fragile, until Tyler's slip-up turned them into school-wide scandal. "Ty, man, if you know something." Jamie trailed off, his voice cracking. Tyler forced a shrug. "I don't. He's tough. He'll turn up." But inside, turmoil raged. Tyler had loved Alex too, in ways he never admitted, not as a brother, but something deeper, tangled in confusion. Was that why the photo leak felt like sabotage? To push Alex toward Jamie, or keep him close by breaking them apart? The questions looped, endless. That afternoon, Tyler biked to the old quarry on the edge of town, their secret spot since they were 12. Graffiti scarred the rocks. Hearts, initials, slurs faded by time. He sat on the ledge where Alex had confessed his feelings for Jamie 6 months ago. Tyler's response a mumbled, "Cool, man," that masked the ache in his chest. Now, pulling out his phone, Tyler reread the unsent draft. "I'm sorry. It's not what you think. I like you, Alex. More than friends." Deleting it felt like surrender. But as thunder rumbled, a notification pinged. A text from an unknown number. "We need to talk." "About Alex. Meet at the quarry. Now." Heart pounding, Tyler typed back. "Who is this?" The figure emerging from the tree line wasn't a stranger. It was Brody Klein, hood up against the drizzle, face twisted in something like regret. "Hayes, you got his phone." Tyler's blood ran cold. "What? No. Why would I?" Brody paced, kicking gravel. "Look, the fight. I didn't mean for it to go that far. But after that pic you sent, everyone was riled. Alex swung first, okay? Then he just ran. Said something about you betraying him." Tyler's fists balled. "That pic was a mistake. You made it worse, Klein. Spreading lies about him being a predator or whatever bullshit." Brody flinched, the tough guy facade cracking. My dad's the sheriff's deputy. He found out about Alex and Jamie. Said if I didn't handle it, he'd make their lives hell." I panicked. The confession hung heavy, rain mixing with the quarry's mist. Tyler's mind reeled. Brody, pressured by his own father's bigotry? It humanized the monster, but didn't excuse the hate. Handle it how? By beating him down. Brody shook his head. "No, just scare him off, Jamie." But it blew up. And now he's gone. My phone has a video from that night. Alex yelling at you, then bolting. "If it gets out, my dad's done." Tyler stared. "Blackmail? From the bully? You think I care? Help find him." Brody tossed a crumpled note. "Found this in his locker. It's got coordinates. Some cabin in the woods." As Brody vanished into the gloom, Tyler unfolded the paper. Latitude and longitude scrawled in Alex's neat hand, dated yesterday. Coordinates pointed to Blackwood Forest, 20 miles out, a place locals called Cursed, full of old mining shafts and ghost stories. Tyler's pulse raced. Was Alex hiding? Or worse? He snapped a photo of the note, sending it to Jamie with a terse "check this." Quarry now. Minutes later, Jamie arrived, bike skidding to a halt, face pale. "Ty, what the hell?" "Brody." Tyler nodded grimly. He's scared too. "But this," he showed the coordinates. Jamie's eyes lit up with desperate hope. "That's near my uncle's old hunting cabin. Alex mentioned it once, said it'd be a good runaway spot." They pedaled hard through the downpour, tires churning mud, the forest swallowing them whole. Twigs snapped underfoot as they hiked the final mile, flashlights cutting swaths through the dark. The cabin loomed, a sagging relic with boarded windows and a door hanging ajar. "Alex," Jamie called, voice echoing. Silence, then a rustle inside. Tyler pushed forward, heart in his throat, shoving the door wide. Empty. Just dust motes dancing in their beams, a half-eaten protein bar on the table, and, scrawled on the wall in charcoal, "Tyler, if you find this, know I trusted you." But trust breaks. Jamie's hand trembled on Tyler's shoulder. He was here. But where now? Tyler's phone buzzed again. Unknown number. Not done talking. "Check your messages. The real ones." Fumbling, Tyler opened his deleted folder, a habit he kept for accidental sends. There, time-stamped post-fight, a voice note from Alex. "Ty, it's me. I saw you with Brody after." Laughing. "God, it hurts. Jamie's waiting, but I can't." Tyler's knees buckled. "Love?" Alex had said it. Out loud, recorded. "And if I don't make it?" Suicidal undertones clawed at him. Jamie listened, tears streaming. "We have to find him. Now." They searched the cabin, finding Alex's backpack wedged under the floorboards. Notebook filled with sketches of intertwined hands, poems about forbidden touches, And a final entry. Tyler's phone knows. The video I took. Of him and Brody. Not fighting, kissing. The world tilted. Tyler and Brody? No. Impossible. But flashes hit. Brody's lingering glances in the locker room. The joke. Shoves that felt too charged. Tyler's own buried confusion surged. Was Brody reaching out? Not just for Alex, but for him? The pieces fractured. Prejudice masking desire. Hate as a shield. Jamie, I don't know what's real anymore. Jamie gripped his arm. Then let's make it real. Find him. Together. They burst from the cabin, racing toward the old mine shaft Jamie recalled nearby. Rumored sinkholes that swallowed people whole. Flashlights swept the underbrush, calling Alex's name until voices hoarsed. Then, a groan from the darkness. Here. Help. Tyler dove in, vines tearing at his skin, finding Alex wedged in a crevice, leg twisted, face ashen. Ty? Jamie? You. Came. Relief flooded, mixed with sobs as they hauled him up, mud-caked and broken but alive. In the ER's harsh lights, Alex recounted it halting, slip chasing shadows in the storm, phone shattered in the fall. But the real shatter was the truth. He'd recorded Tyler and Brody in a heated argument that looked intimate from afar, a moment of raw vulnerability where Brody confessed his own struggles with being bi, pressured by his dad to man up. Alex had meant to confront, not accuse. I thought you were in on it, Ty? Hiding with him. Tyler, bandaging Alex's scrapes, whispered, hiding? I've been blind. To you. To myself. Jamie watched, a quiet smile breaking through pain. Room for one more? Weeks blurred into recovery. Casts, counseling, community meetings where Milford faced its mirrors. Brody came clean to his dad, the sheriff's office investigating hate speech ties. Tyler deleted nothing. Instead, shared the voice note with Ms. Hargrove, sparking a GSA club revival. Alex's notebook became their manifesto, sketches turned murals on school walls. Intertwined figures, no labels, just love. But twists lingered. One night, as stars pricked the Ohio sky from Alex's porch, Tyler handed over his phone. The truth everyone's fearing? It's this. A photo, not leaked but saved. Him and Alex, foreheads touching, Jamie's hand in theirs. We're the truth. Messy, scared, but real. Alex leaned in, breath warm. Then let's stop running. In that kiss, soft, tentative, shared, their triangle solidified, not a knot but a braid, weaving through prejudices unbroken but bent. Yet shadows crept. Anonymous texts to Tyler, you think it's over? We know. From Brody's circle? Or deeper? Detective Vasquez called. Kid, that video Alex took? It's leverage. Someone's using it. Paranoia bloomed, but so did resolve. They met in the quarry, the three of them, planning, not fleeing. We expose it all, Jamie said, fire in his eyes. No more secrets. The confrontation came at the homecoming game, under floodlights and cheers. Brody, on the field, faltered as Tyler stood in the bleachers, phone raised, playing the recording loud. Brody's voice, cracking. I like guys too, Hayes. But dad'll kill me. Gasps rippled. The crowd hushed, then erupted, not in hate, but questions. Brody's dad stormed the field, face purple, but Lena Vasquez was there, badge gleaming. Sheriff Klein, you're under investigation for coercion. In the aftermath, alliances shifted. Brody joined their circle, tentative, his own coming out a quiet bomb. Prejudices cracked. Parents at PTA meetings debating, not decrying. Teachers training on inclusivity. Alex, leg braced but spirit mended, wrote their story in essays that won scholarships, tales of love's quiet revolutions. But the deepest turn was internal. Tyler, journaling by lamplight, traced his arc, from bystander to betrayer to bridge. Alex forgave, but the scar taught. Love demands voice. Jamie, the steady flame, confessed his fears of loss, pulling them closer. One evening, as leaves turned gold, they drove to the quarry, not for hiding but healing. To us, Alex toasted with sodas. The ones who stayed. Yet fate twisted once more. A letter arrived for Alex, from his mom, long gone, postmarked Seattle. Heard about the fight. Proud of your fight back. Coming home. Tears fell, not of pain but possibility. The family he'd lost, reclaimed through headlines. Tyler hugged him tight. Wherever home is, we're there. As winter blanketed Milford, their bond deepened, conflicts forged into strength. School dances saw hands held openly. Whispers became welcomes. The phone that held fears now captured futures. Selfies in snow, promises etched in frost. Alex vanished no more. He shone, pulling Tyler and Jamie into light, proving love's truth, not absence, but fierce presence. The spring thaw brought revelations that thawed frozen hearts in Milford, but for Tyler Hayes, it unearthed doubts he'd buried deeper than the quarry's shafts. It started with a late-night call from Brody Klein, voice hushed over the line. "Hayes, you gotta see this. My dad's emails. He's been covering for worse than us. Meet at the old mill." Tyler hesitated, glancing at Alex and Jamie asleep on his couch after a movie marathon, limbs tangled innocently in post-popcorn sprawl. The trust they'd rebuilt felt fragile, a glass bridge over chasms of past hurts. But curiosity and lingering guilt won. He slipped out, leaving a note. "Back soon. Love you both." The mill's rusted silos loomed like sentinels under a sliver moon, weeds choking the paths where kids once played hooky. Brody waited, laptop balanced on a crate, screen's glow carving shadows on his face. No longer the swaggering jock, he looked haunted, fingers drumming nerves. "Look," he said, pulling up folders labeled innocuous, PDA minutes, budget logs, but laced with code. Emails from Sheriff Klein to local pastors, coordinating youth interventions that read like veiled threats against deviant influences. Names: Alex's, Jamie's, even Tyler's now. He's not just bigoted, he's systematic, using his badge to scare families into silence. Tyler's stomach knotted. This wasn't personal prejudice. It was a machine, grinding down anyone who didn't fit the mold. Why show me? After everything. Brody's eyes dropped. Because that recording? It freed me. Cost me Dad's respect, but gained honesty. And you, Hayes, that moment in the argument, when I grabbed your arm. It wasn't anger. It was... He trailed off, vulnerability raw. Tyler's cheeks burned, memories resurfacing. Brody's touches lingering too long in football drills. Jokes with double edges. Confusion swirled. Was this attraction, or just the thrill of shared secrets? Brody, I'm with them. Alex and Jamie. It's complicated, but real. Brody nodded, jaw tight. I know. Just thought you should see the whole picture. For him. He jerked his head toward town, meaning Alex. They parted with a fist bump that felt loaded, Tyler biking home with the USB drive burning in his pocket. Dawn crept as he slid back in, curling between Alex and Jamie, their warmth a balm. But sleep evaded, mind racing. Expose the sheriff, risk retaliation? Or silence, preserving fragile peace? By breakfast, resolve hardened. Over pancakes at the diner, Milford's heartbeat, where gossip flowed like syrup, Tyler slid the drive across to Jamie. Your uncle's ex-cop, right? Can he verify? Jamie, sketching napkins with absent swirls, paled but pocketed it. Yeah, but if it's true, this blows up the town. Alex, nursing coffee, caught Tyler's eye. Blows up what? Ty, you're white as these eggs. The confession spilled. The mill meeting, the emails, Brody's olive branch. Alex's face cycled. Shock, anger, a flicker of old betrayal. Brody? Again? After he started the fight? Jamie's hand covered Alex's, steadying. Not again. This time he's ally. Maybe. They debated in hushed tones, waitress eyeing them curiously. Pros: justice, safety for future kids. Cons: Klein's power, backlash painting them as agitators. Alex's voice, soft but steel-edged, cut through. We ran once. Hid. No more. But we do it smart. They agreed. Gather proof. Loop in Vasquez quietly. Detective Lena Vasquez met them in her unmarked cruiser outside school, coffee steaming in holders. Her no-nonsense braid and leather jacket screamed city transplant, fitting for Milford's underbelly. Kids, this is dynamite, she said after scanning the drive. Klein's been dodging IA for years. But timing. Homecoming scandal's fresh. He's paranoid. Her gaze sharpened on Tyler. And Klein Jr.? Reliable. Tyler shifted. Complicated. But yeah. Lena's lips quirked. Aren't we all? I'll pull warrants. You three. Lay low. No heroics. But heroes don't choose. Circumstances crown them. That week, tensions simmered. Hallway stairs lingered. whispers of those gays stirring trouble. Alex's leg brace drew sympathy, but also sneers from Klein loyalists. Jamie found his locker keyed, sketches inside shredded. Tyler, anonymous calls at night, heavy breathing, then a slur. Fear crept, but so did fire. Their trio tighter, nights spent planning, laughing to defy dread. The break came unexpectedly. During art class, Jamie's piece, a mural extension of Alex's notebook themes, figures emerging from shadows, drew a crowd. Among them, Sarah Klein, Brody's sister, overlooked in the fray, cheerleader with a spine of quiet rebellion. "That's beautiful," she said, voice thick. Later, in the bathroom, she cornered Jamie. "Brody told me about the emails. Dad's losing it, threatening to send me to boarding school if I associate." Jamie's brush paused. "Associate? We're just us." Sarah's eyes welled. "He's scared of you all making him look bad. But I like girls. Been hiding since freshman year." "Your mural?" It hit home. Word spread. Sarah joined their circle, a fourth thread in the braid. She smuggled more docs, texts from her dad to deputies, coordinating patrols near problem houses like the Riveras. "Use this," she urged. The evidence mounted, a noose tightening. Climax brewed at the town hall meeting, billed as Youth Safety Forum. Mayor Wilkins droned on podium, Klein at his side, badge polished. Alex, brace clicking, volunteered a question. "What about safety for LGBTQ kids? After my disappearance, has anything changed?" Murmurs. Klein blustered. "We protect all, son. No need for special treatment." Tyler, from the back, stood, voice amplified by phone recording Vasquez's nod. "Even when the sheriff covers hate." He played a snippet, Klein's email, voice synthesized for anonymity, but damning. Chaos erupted. Shouts, chair scraping. Klein lunged, but deputies, loyal ones, held back. Vasquez swept in, cuffs glinting. "Sheriff Elias Klein, you're under arrest for abuse of power and conspiracy to intimidate." Flashbulbs popped. Milford's paper would feast tomorrow. In the melee's wake, catharsis. Brody testified, coming out fully. "Dad pushed me to bully so I'd toughen up. But I'm by and done pretending." Sarah hugged him publicly, her own truth spilling in interviews. Alex's mom arrived mid-trial, a whirlwind of hugs and apologies, settling in a rental, vowing permanence. Tyler's arc peaked in therapy, Ms. Hardrove's office a confessional. "I leaked that photo out of fear. Fear you'd choose Jamie over our friendship. But it was jealousy, plain, and confusion about my own feelings." She nodded. "Growth is admitting the mess. You've built something beautiful from it." He had. Polyamory unnamed, but lived. Alex's passion, Jamie's calm, now Brody's tentative flirtations adding sparks without threat. Boundaries blurred healthily, talks replacing assumptions. Summer bloomed, quarry picnics with the expanded crew. Alex sketched, Jamie painted, Tyler photographed, capturing not just faces, but freedom's one. One dusk, as fireflies danced, Alex pulled Tyler aside. "That voice note. I meant it. Love you, always." Tyler kissed his temple. "No, just took the town dragging me there." But peace held surprises. A letter from Klein in prison, not apology, but admission. "Ruin my boy. Don't ruin yours." It stung, but closed a circle. Vasquez promoted, crediting those brave kids. As senior year dawned, Milford transformed. Pride flags on poles, GSA booming. Their story, in local lore, warned and warmed. Tyler's phone, once a vault of fears, now pinged with futures, college acceptances, group chats alive with plans. The vanishings, physical, emotional, past, presence eternal. Yet in quiet moments, Tyler pondered the what-ifs. Without that fight, still hidden, the phone's truth, liberation's key. Love, he learned, thrives in tension, resolved, it sings. Autumn winds whispered through Milford High's halls like uneasy spirits, carrying echoes of last spring's upheavals. Tyler Hayes navigated them with a newfound ease, backpack slung low, but his eyes scanned for tripwires. Old habits die hard. Alex Rivera, brace discarded, walked with a slight hitch but head high, his laughter a beacon pulling Jamie Torres and Sarah Klein into orbit. Brody lagged sometimes, still adjusting to sidelong glances not born of hate, but curiosity. The group had grown, a constellation defying gravity's pull toward isolation. It started innocently, a GSA fundraiser, bake sale morphing into talent show. Alex emceed, mic in hand, quipping, "Who knew fighting for equality tasted like lemon bars?" Laughter rippled, but backstage, Tyler caught Brody staring, not at the crowd, but him. "Hey," Brody said, casual too forced. "You free after?" "Quarry." Tyler's pulse skipped. "Quarry, history's haunt, now neutral ground." "Yeah, group thing." Brody shrugged. "Just us? Clear head stuff." Tyler nodded, ignoring the flutter, attraction, or adrenaline. Post-show, under harvest moon, they sat on familiar ledges, beers swapped for sodas per promise. Brody cracked first. "Therapy's kicking my ass. Dad's letters. He blames you all for his fall." Tyler tensed. "Us?" He built his own cage. Brody nodded, scuffing boots. "Yeah, but it makes me wonder, am I like him? Pushing people away." Silence stretched, then Brody's hand brushed Tyler's knee, tentative. "Or pulling closer?" Tyler froze, echoes of confusion. Brody eyed the group. "It's not just me." Rejection softened by honesty, but Brody's flinch cut deep. "Right. Figured. Just. Thanks for not hating me." Back home, Tyler journaled the tangle. "Is it fair? Alex and Jamie ground me, but Brody's spark. New, scary. Polly means room, but hearts hoard." Sleep came fitful, dreams of quarries swallowing choices. Next day, rift widened. At lunch, Sarah cornered Tyler. "Brody's moping." "Said you shut him down." Tyler sighed. "Not shut. Boundaries." Sarah's eyes, sharp like her brother's, softened. "He's scared, Ty?" Coming out cost him football scholarship whispers. "Wants connection real." Jamie overheard, joining with tray in hand. Connection? Or complication? His tone, usually even, edged jealousy. Alex, arriving late, sensed static. "What's brewing?" Confessions circled the table. Brody's advance, Tyler's hedge. Alex's face shadowed, old wounds of the photo leak surfacing. "Again?" "With him." Jamie squeezed his hand. Ty didn't. "But, are we enough?" The question hung, vulnerability raw. Tyler's voice cracked. "You are. Always. But feelings don't file neat." Sarah mediated. "Talk to him. All of us. No secrets." The summit convened at Jamie's garage, tools and canvases witnesses. Brody arrived sheepish, pizza as peace offering. Circles formed on stools, words tumbling. Alex's hurt felt like betrayal redux. Jamie's fear, losing our core. Tyler's confusion, attracted but committed. Brody's ache, just want in, however. Sarah steered, define in. Friends? More. Hours blurred, tears and laughs intermingling. Verdict, openness. Brody as friend with potential, slow burn, group veto power. Hugs sealed it, tentative bridge rebuilt. But external storms brewed. Detective Vasquez dropped by Tyler's, face grim. Klein's appealing conviction. Claims entrapment. Says you kids fabricated. Tyler's blood chilled. "We didn't." Lena nodded. "No. But his allies in county, they're digging. Your phone records, old messages. Anything damning." Tyler paled, flashing to deleted drafts, unsent confessions. Mostly personal. She pressed. Personal can twist. Back up everything. And watch backs. Paranoia seeped. Anonymous emails to GSA. Stir more, regret. Vandalism hit Alex's duplex. Freak spray painted. His mom scrubbing furious tears. "This town's got long memory," she said, hugging him fierce. Alex confided in Tyler that night, curled on porch swing. "Miss when it was just us against world. Now world's bigger, scarier." Tyler held him. "But we're bigger too." Climax ignited at fall festival, hayrides and pumpkin patches masking malice. The group manned a booth, rainbow crafts, awareness pamphlets. Laughter flowed until a shadow fell. Deputy Harlan, Klein's old crony, badge askew. "Rivera, heard your troubles mascot." Snickers from locals. Alex straightened. "Trouble? Or truth?" Harlan sneered. "Truth's what we say." He snatched a pamphlet, crumpling it, then lunged as Alex snatched back. Chaos. Shouts, scuffle. Tyler dove in, pulling Harlan off. Brody body-blocked reinforcements. Jamie filmed. Sarah called Vasquez. Sirens wailed. Harlan cuffed, muttering curses. Crowd polarized. some applauding, others jeering. Mayor intervened, mic'd. Enough. Milford heals, not hates. But whispers lingered, Klein's appeal gaining traction. Aftermath tested bonds. At hospital, Alex's wrist sprained, they huddled. Mom Rivera arrived, fierce. I'm filing for restraining. No more running. Gratitude swelled. Therapy sessions tripled. Group now, unpacking biases internalized. Tyler confronted his, feared being the straight one in poly, stupid label. Laughter lightened, growth glued. Twist turned inward. Brody confessed privately to Tyler. That knee brush? Test. But seeing you all, I like Sarah's best friend, Mia? By girl from debate. Relief cascaded, Tyler hugged him. Good. Deserve uncomplicated. Brody grinned. Nah. All's complicated, best kind. Winter holidays healed. Rivera's hosted. Lights twinkling, tables groaning. Alex's mom shared stories, her own youth closeted in the 90s. Fled fear. You face it. Toasts rang. To faces, futures. Jamie gifted portraits, each captured essence. Alex's fire, Tyler's depth, Sarah's steel, Brody's thaw. New year dawned resolutions. College apps joint, road trip planned. But shadow loomed, Klein's hearing. They testified, voices steady. Alex on disappearances terror, Tyler on leaks guilt, Jamie on art as armor. Judge ruled, conviction upheld, community service mandated. Spring echoed renewal. Quarry bloomed wildflowers. They picnicked, Brody with Mia tentative. Tyler watched Alex and Jamie sketch, heart full. Phone's truth evolved, from fear to family. Yet final surprise. Acceptance letters, all Ivy's calling. Separate paths? No. Consortium program, Milford to Manhattan together. Our vanishings led here, Alex said, kissing Tyler, then Jamie. Visible. Vital. Milford faded in rear view, but lessons lingered. Love's drama not plot, but pulse. Beating through conflicts, cresting in calm. Senior year's crescendo hit like a freight train, propelling Tyler Hayes and his constellation toward horizons both thrilling and treacherous. College packets cluttered his desk, Yale for Alex's writing, RISD for Jamie's art, Ohio State for Tyler's undecided major, a safety net of familiarity. Sarah aimed pre-law at NYU, Brody and Mia Community College, building local change. But beneath excitement, undercurrents pulled, the pull of separation, the gravity of unfinished reckonings. It surfaced subtly, a GSA retreat weekend at Blackwood Cabins, ironic echo of Alex's hideout. Bonfires crackled, stories swapped, but Tyler caught Alex staring into flames, distant. Penny, Tyler asked, settling beside. Alex poked embers. What if distance unravels us? Manhattan's big, doubts bigger. Tyler's arms circled. Then we weave tighter. Calls, visits, unbreakable. But Alex's sigh lingered, seed of storm. Back in Milford, fractures widened. Jamie's mom, conservative holdout, cornered him post-retreat. Art school's fine, but that arrangement? It's phase. Fine normal. Jamie, paintbrush snapping, lashed. Normal's cage. This is me. Hurt echoed, calling Tyler late. Ty. She doesn't get it. Feels like losing her too. Tyler drove over, finding Jamie on roof, stars indifferent. You're not losing. Educating. They talked till dawn, Jamie's head on Tyler's lap, vulnerability a bridge. Alex's turmoil boiled privately. In journal, scrawled. Ty's eyes on Brody. Mia laughs. Jealousy? Or fear I'm anchor dragging? He confided in Sarah during library shifts. Polly works here, small pond. Ocean. Sharks of insecurity. Sarah, ever mediator, nodded. Talk. Before it festers. But pride delayed. Instead, Alex buried in essays, words weaponizing worry. External gale hit. Klein's prison release on parole, conditional strict, but town tense. Vasquez warned. Stays low profile, but old guard circles. Watch mail, calls. Indeed, Tyler's inbox filled, and signed letters. Think you're heroes? Wait till worlds collide. Paranoia peaked when Alex's car tires slashed. Go back to closet keyed hood. Police logged, but helplessness gnawed. Climax brewed at prom. Milford's ritual, now inclusive glow. Dresses swirled, tuxes tailored. Their group arrived en masse. Alex in emerald suiting his eyes, Jamie in velvet rebellion, Tyler classic black. Brody and Mia twirled goofy, Sarah with debate rival, sparks flying. But midway, lights dimmed for slow dance, and Alex pulled Tyler aside, balcony overlooking parking lot. Ty, I can't breathe. The letters, Mom's doubts, feels like vanishing again. Tyler cupped his face. Then anchor here. Kiss deepened, desperate, but Jamie joined, trio huddle turning tearful confession. I wrote a letter, Alex choked. To break it off. For your sakes, free flights, no baggage. Horror dawned on Tyler, Jamie. Baggage. Your wings. Jamie added, fierce, we chose this. All in. Words cascaded. Fears voiced. Insecurities mapped. Alex's journal pages tore free, burned an ashtray, symbolic purge. No more hiding from us. But fate's twist lurked in shadows. As they re-entered, crowd parted for Klein. Uninvited, suit rumpled, eyes venomous on Alex. Thought you'd slink away, boy. Gasps, security hovered. Alex stepped forward, voice steady. Slinked? We stood. You fell. Klein sneered. Fall? I'll rise. And bury your fairy tale. He thrust envelope. Photos, candid. The trio kissing at quarry, timestamps recent. Sent to Dean's. Enjoy IV purgatory. Rage and fear collided. Tyler snatched, ripping. Jamie filmed Klein's retreat. Sarah alerted Vasquez. Parole violation, harassment. Chaos quelled by principal, dance resuming strained. Backstage, group debrief. Brody raging, Dad's poison lingers. Mia soothed, but we're antidote. Vasquez arrived pre-dawn, collecting shreds. Forensics can reconstruct. He's cornered, bluff. But damage loomed. Dean's emailed. Clarify relationships? Alex drafted response, bold. Our bonds are strength, not scandal. Polyamory consensual, committed. Judge us on merits. Tyler and Jamie co-signed. Vulnerability valor. Resolution rippled. Dean's replied supportive. Modern campuses embracing. Klein rearrested, parole revoked. Mom Rivera rallied parents. Petition for protections. Town reading Alex's essay and paper. Internal healing deepened. Therapy evolved. Couples, then group, unpacking poly pitfalls. Tyler admitted, feared you'd outgrow me, Alex. Writer star, me small town. Alex laughed. Small? Your gravity. Jamie shared. Mom came around, saw a mural exhibit. Apologized. Bonds fortified, not frayed. Graduation dawned golden. Caps tossed, diplomas clutched. Speeches soared. Alex's valedictorian address, vanished once, but found in love's light. To those hiding, emerge. We're waiting. Cheers thundered. Tears flowed. Summer bridged. Road trip cross-country, tent pitched under stars. Quarrels minor. Map arguments, snack squabbles. But makeup's magical, stargazing confessions. Brody and Mia joined segments. Friendships flourishing. Fall unpacked boxes and dorms. Alex and Tyler roommates at state interim. Jamie video calling from RISD. Distances tested. Missed cues, time zone tiffs. But intentionality triumphed. Weekly Corey calls, virtual dates. First twist post-move. Alex's book deal. Memoir outline from disappearance saga. Publisher thrilled. Raw, resonant. Tyler beamed, but envy flickered. His own app stalled. Your shadow. Jamie teased visit. Nah. Your spotlight. Honesty healed. Another. Jamie's exhibit. Poly portraits veiled but vivid. Critics raved. Intimate revolution. Backlash minimal. One troll column. Drowned in praise. Winter break reunited. Milford quaint contrast to city buzz. Quarry vigil. Candles for past selves. To truths unearthed. Tyler toasted. Sophomore year brought maturity's gifts. Tyler declared psych, counseling dreams. Alex's book signing, Jamie's gallery show. Group expanded, new friends, but core unbreakable. Years layered, conflicts crested, breakup scare when Alex's fame surged, tabloid whispers. Is poly sustainable? Interviews probed. They paused, assessed, yes, evolved. Therapy tuned. Final surprise. Proposal, not rings but packed, lifelong, unlabeled. Under quarry moon, promises etched. Through vanishings, we appear. Milford visited yearly, Legacy GSA thriving. Phones, once fear holders, now joy journals. Videos of laughs, loves enduring. Tyler's reflection, decade on, drama's not end, it's engine. Love accelerates. Decades distilled into moments. But for Tyler Hayes, the quarry remained time's anchor. Rocks weathered, but stories etched eternal. Now in his 30s, therapists couch his battlefield. He traced clients' tangles mirroring his youth. Alex Rivera, best-selling author, jetted between signings and scripts. His memoir adapted, Hollywood Calling. Jamie Torres, gallery curator, New York's art scene is canvas, Poly Portraits pioneering exhibits. Their triad, battle-tested, spanned coasts. Weekly holograms replacing calls, visits synced like symphonies. Yet nostalgia nipped. Milford's reunion invited, 30th high school bash. Come. Tyler texted group chat, pings lighting. Alex flying in, Jamie canvas packed, Sarah bringing fam, Brody and Mia hell yes. Excitement edged anxiety, Klein's shadow, town's evolution. Arrival stirred ghosts. Main Street banners. Pride Milford. Thanks to class of 26 heroes. Gast's collective. Alex touched faded mural. His sketches, Jamie's colors. We did that. Tyler squeezed hands. Still doing. Reunion hall buzzed. Faces aged, stories swapped. Brody, coach now. Arm around Mia, kids towhead. Sarah, lawyer crusading, husband beaming. Hugs enveloped, but eyes sought. Klein? Absent. Rumor prison holdover. Dance floor pulsed. 80s hits mocking time. Tyler spun Alex. Jamie joining seamless. Whispers followed them. Still together? Nods proud. But mid-waltz. Interruption. Lena Vasquez. Retired badge to badge, silver-streaked. Kids, no adults. Heard whispers. Klein's out, quiet farm life. But grandson. Trail off ominous. Post-party, quarry pilgrimage. Flashlights now apps, but beams nostalgic. Beers cracked, non-negotiable. Talk turned. Alex's script delays, writer's block born doubt. Fame's facade. Miss Roas. Jamie nodded. Exhibit bombed last month. Critics called sentimental. Felt exposed. Tyler, anchor. Exposed? That's courage. We vanished once. Now visible icons. Confession circle reignited. Brody admitted. Coaching queer kid. Echoes me. Panicked. Benched him. Group unpacked. Biases reborn in new roles. Mia mediated. Growth's loop. Dawn chased. Bonds burnished. Twist struck morning after. Call from unknown. Tyler answered. Voice gravel. Klein. Hayes. Need see you. Farm. Alone. Click. Stomach dropped. Told group. Consensus. Go. Wired. Vasquez tailed. Earpiece live. Farm reeked regret. Silos sagging. Klein hunched porch. Eyes milky. Cancer, he rasped. Months. Tyler tensed. Why me? Klein thrust box. Letters. Photos. His own youth journal. Hid like you. Beat it down. Son paid. Voice cracked. Saw your book, Riveras. Hit. Apologized too late. Tyler's throat tightened. Late, but. Heard. Klein nodded. Tell boy sorry. For all. Died weeks later, obituary silent on sins. Box's contents cascaded catharsis. Klein's letters to son, pleading don't repeat. Group read, tears communal. Alex penned eulogy and signed. Redemption's whisper, accepted. Published op-ed, ripples reforming. Internal evolutions crested. Alex's block broke. Script infused Klein arc, nuance over villainy. Hates human. Jamie's next exhibit, Shadows to Light, featuring Klein relics anonymized. Sold out. Tyler's practice boomed. Poly clients, trauma specialists. One session, client echoed. Fear vanish in love? Tyler smiled. Anniversary, 20th triad, celebrated Greek Isle, white, sands mirroring purity. Vows renewed, sunset vows, through dramas, devoted. Surprise, rings, etched coordinates, quarries. Back stateside, legacies layered. Milford school named Wing, Rivera Hayes Torres. Inclusivity hub. Kids visited, stories shared. Final twist, Alex's mom, remarried, gifted land, Blackwood expansion, retreat center. He'll hear, she said. Inaugural camp. Teens like them, vanished no more. Tyler's journal closed circle. Phone's truth? Eternal call to connect. Fears feared, loves lived loud. Legacy's tapestry wove finer in twilight years. Threads of trials gossamer now. Glowing retrospect. Tyler Hayes, gray at temples, retired to Milford's refurbished quarryside cabin. Group purchase, communal heart. Alex Rivera, elder statesman of letters, mentored writers' colonies. His opus vanished, echoes canon. Jamie Torres, grand curator, MoMA wing his namesake, Polly Palettes inspiring generations. Sarah Klein barrister, Supreme Court whispers, Brody Klein coach, Hall of Fame for equity drills. Mia, school superintendent, Hall's rainbow-hued. Decades distance diluted dramas, but anniversaries summoned. 50th high school reunion, silver confetti, wheelchairs optional. Grandkids toddled, great-nieces queried. Grandpa tie the fight? Stories sanitized sweet, love won. But undercurrents coursed. Alex's health faltered. Heart murmur, script deadlines ignored. Tired, he confessed bedside, Tyler and Jamie flanking. Lived loud, echo enough. Tyler stroked hair. Echoes roar. Jamie sketched him, frail but fierce, portrait eternal. Group convened cabin, fireside vigils. Sarah flew in, Brody wheeled arthritic. Talk turned testament. Brody's son, out gay coach. Mia's daughter, trans advocate. Your ripples, Sarah toasted. Tears toasted back. Twist tender. Lost letters surfaced. Alex's mom, pre-death, to him. Fled young. You anchored. Forgive. Already had. But reread rippled fresh forgiveness. Jamie's exhibit finale. Lifelines. Their trio central. Timelines intertwined. Critics wept. Monument to multiplicity. Tyler's last client. Teen vanisher. Phone clutched. Found this. Your story. Save me. Cycle closed. Full circle. Winter's end. Alex slipped away snow-muffled. Hand in theirs. Morning merged memory. Quarry burial. Ashes scattered. Till echoes. They whispered. Years silvered solo duo. Tyler and Jamie. Rhythms synced. Travel slowed. But tales spun grandkids' laps. Once, a boy vanished. Final page. Tyler's journal. Truth feared? Now treasured. Love's plot. Endless act. Epilogue whispered. Milford monument. Phones etched. Symbols connection. Under stars. Ghosts grinned. Vanished, but vivid forever.